pool against myself, and I am also going to be telling you guys some crazy stories. One of them includes how I rizzed up girls by saying 6'7". Yes, by saying the meme 6'7". So we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna tell some of my most embarrassing slash crazy slash I don't even know what they are stories while we play some pool. So hopefully we get some good clips from the stream and some people show up. I know it's right in the middle of the school day. It's because I am a homeschooled athlete. The goal is to play stripes against solides, aka stripities against solides, but I'm playing against myself. So that was a really solides. So solides is going for a shot, and let's see if we can make that. No, we did not make the solides shot, so it is now stripity's turn. We got one person in the chat. We are gonna tell some crazy stories, and it's gonna be a fun stream. Crazy stories and pool against myself. It is Stripity's turn. I missed the trick shot. That was terrible. I should have locked in and been better. So I guess we'll talk about, first of all, there's some crazy stories that I can tell today. So let's talk about how I rizzed up some girls at the mall on Black Friday saying 6'7". It's actually a crazy story, and we'll explain it while I play pool every time I sink a shot. We'll tell a little bit of the story. So, me and my bud Len, we went to the mall on Black Friday because, that's what kids do nowadays. You, go to the mall. And, me being the super crazy kid I am, I decided to just go to the second story of the mall, stand on, this railing. So, let's just pretend this is the railing here. And it's on the second story. There's, 5 girls and, a ton of people in the mall. It's, packed. And I decided to, stand by the railing and just scream at the top of my lungs, 6'7", 6'7", as loud as I can, just screaming 6'7". And a bunch of these old people do 6'7" back at me. And these girls just do 6'7", at me. And they were smiling. So I'm being an idiot. I sounded dumb. I was like, 6'7", 6'7". Everyone was looking at me. I think the whole mall probably thought I was an absolute idiot. But what ends up happening next is I'm laughing, and then I go to a dead serious face, and I just say, I'm trying to get 6 or 7 girls' numbers. Can I have yours? And then they start dying laughing. I go down to the second floor, and I get these girls' numbers by yelling 6'7" at the top of my lungs. It doesn't sound realistic, but it is actually true. Landon was there. Me and Landon did this together. And so Landon and his family, they just started, they were there at the mall, and they just ran away and pretended they didn't know me because I was making such a racket in the mall on Black Friday. And so then, okay, we're gonna play some pool while we explain the story. So then they leave, and I get their number successfully, and they're actually pretty they're good looking girls, not gonna lie, they're not bad, Oh frick, I missed that. Oh! Solides is cooking. Solides is cooking. So anyway, I get their numbers, and oh shoot, I just hit a Stripities in maybe. No, I didn't. Okay, so I get their numbers. We see them in the mall later that day, and they ask, do you guys want to go out and get some lunch? So me and Landon, with these random girls, just went out to get some lunch and do all this stuff at the mall. We actually raced each other. We had a blast, and our personalities match perfectly, which is really weird. And it was just from me yelling 6'7". It's absolutely insane and completely random, but you can picture it, right? Me standing on the second story of the mall screaming 6'7" and getting 2 girls' numbers. So we ended up going on basically a double date because of yelling 6'7", and we're still in contact with them, and we're just we talk to them all the time. It's pretty fun. And I missed the Stripity shot again because I'm not locked in. So, that is a crazy story. Joseph Lopez, what do you think about that story? Was that a good story? I got a few more where that came from, of weird stories. What? Nah, bruh. Nah. What do you think about that story? I had a dream I was in a war fighting against the Galactic Republic in Star Wars. It was a crazy dream. I was a soldier for General Grievous and Count Dooku. What the heck? What the? That is wild. Yeah, so it's funny because the first thing I texted those girls was, yo, 6'7". That's what I texted them. It was, the moral of the story is if you are confident enough, anything can happen, even if you're being an idiot. you can still make somebody's day, make them laugh, whatever it may be. And sometimes it'll just end up in a good way. Like, what I said to Landon that day was 90% of people won't talk to us unless we talk to them first. So I want to be the person that changes that for somebody else. So, like, if someone is struggling having friends and, like, 90% of people just won't talk to them, I'm going to be the one who goes and talks to them, even if I seem like an idiot or a dork or I get rejected, whatever it may be. And trust me, I get rejected, like, 1,000 times a minute, you know. I get rejected a lot, but I think that's the way to go about it, you know. It's just like, oh my, I just hit the 8-ball in. Stripities is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Stripities just won. So I think that's the way to go about it, you know. If somebody's struggling, just like, can you come in to help them, right? Or can you do something that'll make them smile? Like, I don't think those girls, or even me, I don't think we're going to forget that experience of some random kid screaming 6'7" at the top of his lungs right in the middle of a mall on Black Friday. Like, I don't think people are forgetting that, you know? So it's just like, it's one of those things where you can kind of help other people out. Is my chat even working? Joseph Lopez. Oh, yeah, it is. Sweet. I woke up today tired, like I have a headache. Now I felt like I survived against 100 clones just firing against me with their weapons. Dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. Hopefully that headache goes away. I am taking a new route to being a YouTuber. I'm really focusing on quality over quantity, so you're not going to see as many videos uploaded, but they're going to be hopefully way higher quality videos. Where, like, my last video I posted on this channel, Rentime, it took me 10 hours to edit. And it was a really good video. You're going to see a day in the life video. That's coming out on Friday. I'm excited for that. Hopefully a bunch of people watch that. I believe that streaming, I know for a fact I'm going to be a big YouTuber because I've posted 900 videos, no results. Most YouTubers quit after like 10 videos. So whether it's just one person or 100,000 people, I'm going to keep on making high quality stuff until something works, you know? But yeah, I think that mall story is just crazy in general. That was a terrible break. So it's open table. We don't have solidities or stripities assigned. I'm going to go for this. Didn't make the shot, dang it. But when I'm playing against myself, there's literally no pressure. I can just practice my shots. And still, it's open table. I've got to be better, really. That was just sad, bro. I'm not getting anything in. I'm not getting anything in whatsoever. If we got 2 people on the chat, that would be insane. But it is during school. Like, I'm posting this during school, so a lot of people are like in school sitting around. But I'm homeschooled, so I get that advantage. Oh my gosh, bro. There's just solidities on the edge. Okay, solidities turn first. Again, we're having solidities go instead of stripities. Solidities is just a British guy who's going to hit that. See it! I missed that. I missed that so hard. I almost made a jump shot. That was tough. That was literally tough. And okay, Stripities is on the board now. Stripities. Literally missed. Oh, I hit the 8-ball in again, though. I literally hit the 8-ball in. Yo, we have 3 people on the stream. What's up? I played pool against myself and telling crazy stories. So I guess the next story is, do you guys want to hear why I always eat one whole cucumber before every single baseball game? It may sound weird, but I've done this for a long time. So on my first high school baseball team, I pull up to a baseball game eating a cucumber because, like, I've done this since I was a little child. I just love cucumbers, okay? I pull up, and my coach says, "Is that a squash?" And I'm like, "What? Have you never seen somebody eat a cucumber before?" And everyone starts dying laughing at me because I'm like, I have this big cucumber, and I'm just going, you know, and it's a big cucumber because it's like one of those homegrown ones that like grows way too big. And I'm just eating this cucumber right before a game. And my coach is like, "Do you always do that?" I'm like, "Yep." And so everyone was making fun of me, and I actually had a really good game. I got 2 hits, and so I continued to just bring a cucumber every single game, and it became like a meme. like my team would be looking forward to me having that giant cucumber in my mouth or whatever, and they just loved that. And so since they just loved me having this cucumber, right? I would just eat it every single time before a game. And so at one point, my teammates were like, if you hit a home run, you better have a cucumber in your back pocket and then pull it out and eat it if you hit a home run, for like your celebration. And I'm like, what the heck? And so now every single game, without a fail, since last year, so like last season, I've just brought a giant cucumber and eaten it right before the game. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I love my trusty little cucumbers, because it's always so fun. Cucumbers are filled with water. They are water-based food. Yes, they are. And they're very good for when you're playing baseball and it's freaking 100 degrees outside and you feel like you're going to die of heat, Yeah, cucumbers are the best. I love cucumbers. So I eat one before every single game. And during my highs of the season, I was eating like 2 or 3 per game, which probably not the healthiest thing to do, but it was awesome. And that's my story of why I eat cucumbers before every single baseball game. And I hope that happens for the rest of my career, I just think that'd be fun. Okay, now it's all broken up, so... But the 8-ball's blocking my shot, so we're going to have to try to hit a bounce shot or a jump or something else like that. I don't know. Oh! Bruh, I missed every shot. That's not it. That is not it. Oh my gosh, if a solid goes in first again this game, I call it's rigged. Oh, it's a solid. A solid's going in first. Oh, I just stubbed my toe. Ow. Dude, I genuinely hope that one day there's 1,000 people watching this stream. That'd be insane. Joseph Lopez, do you think that can happen? I feel like it could happen. It could happen. Okay. Strikeys is on the board. Playing pool alone is very, dramatic, but it's fun. Oh, yes. Clean shot. We are cooking at pool alone. We're going to go lefty on this shot. Got it. Let's go, dude. We are roasting. Okay, I don't know. There's not any open shots, so we're going to have to go for the blue 10 across. Oh, I almost made that. I'm just cheering for me to get better at pool, Loki. I don't care who wins, stripes or solidies. I accidentally okay, I almost hit a Stripeties in, but it's not Stripeties' turn. Stripeties with the giant win coming in. Oh, man. Okay, we're going for solidies now. Yellow. Almost hit the trick shot across the table. I need to take more time to actually line up my shot. That is one big issue when I play pool. So it is Stripeties' turn now. And there's a blue right here. Got it. And we're going to hit the jump shot across from the 8. Yeah, right into the pocket. Not to the best. Yeah, so that's one of my stories of why I eat cucumbers. Now, if we're talking more baseball stories, I've got a lot. So, we'll talk about how I got injured, dude. Well, I had a night terror at one point. So, I broke my foot right before club season. So, I was about to play club baseball. And I've been working on it for literally years to be good enough to play on this, really, really high-level team. And I woke up in pain, searing pain. And it, I couldn't stand up. I was just crying at the bottom of my stairs. But, I live in a 2-story house. And so, there's a balcony on the top of my stairs. And I woke up by my front door because... And I had jumped off my balcony in my sleep. And I broke both my feet. I woke up with broken feet. I was crying. I had to go to bed that night. My dad had to take me up to my room and put me in my bed. And when I had to go to the bathroom, I remember army crawling with both my feet up because they hurt so freaking bad. It was the worst pain that I had ever been in. And it was just a regular night where I went to bed. But I had a night terror and I jumped off my balcony in my sleep. And I broke both my feet. So that was the worst, most painful story. and it was just bad. It was like, it was not it. That was terrible. I hope that no one ever wakes up in the middle of the night and just like has a night terror and freaking jumps off their balcony, because that's just wild. Like, who does that? That's just a red thing. I just think that is just stupid. The most memorable injury ever. So that was fun. Almost just hit the 8 ball in again. That would have not been tough. Dude, I actually don't even know. Like, that night was the worst night of my life. Can I just like become like as good as IShowSpeed as being a streamer? I feel like I should, you know? One day. Oh, there's only one Stripedy left, and it's like, oh, I actually made the jump shot. That was clean. But it's now Solidy's turn, and they're getting cooked. Solidy's is getting cooked. Do I make the shot? No. But I do see an opening for a Solidy shot. Come on. Bank. Oh, it hit the wrong. It hit the red ball and stopped it. And I say congratulations. Joseph Lopez is still here. Joseph Lopez, you are like the #1 fan. Thank you for being here, dude. Hopefully I'm somewhat entertaining playing pool by myself. I low-key want to call Landon up and see if he's free to play me, but I don't know. We'll see. Bruh! No! That's crazy. Okay, so in most of my videos, you may notice that when I'm batting, I don't use batting gloves ever. Why? Because one time I broke my finger, and it was actually at a baseball game. So I broke my finger at one of my friend's houses because his like metal garage door slammed my finger, and it like ripped open. My whole finger just got busted up like so bad, right? So my finger, it's busted up from right here down. The skin is peeling off. It's insane, right? And with that busted up finger, it's like super gushing blood all over the place. And I had like this little what's it called, like splint to hold my finger up so that my finger wouldn't just like die. And my finger with that splint, right, it wouldn't fit in my batting gloves for when I was going up to bat in baseball, but like I still wanted to bat, you know, because I just played baseball with my broken finger anyway. Like, it was on my left hand, so like it was on my right hand, so I could still kind of bat and kind of do things, and it didn't fit. And at one point, it was the day where I was finally better coming back to baseball. I took off my splint, right, and it still was like bruised because it had muscle atrophy on that finger. And what I ended up doing was I accidentally got my bandage stuck in my batting glove, so it couldn't fit anymore. My batting glove couldn't fit. So I was batting with one hand had a batting glove and the other didn't, and that sucked. And I struck out that at bat. But the next at bat, I just was like, screw it, these batting gloves, they're done because the band-aid's stuck in there and I don't want to get it. And so I took the batting glove off, guys. And I literally take the batting glove off, right? And I have no batting gloves, and I hit a double. I literally hit a double, which is good. A double is a good hit in baseball. So I hit this double, and then guess what happens? I go over to Landon, my best friend. I talk about him all the time. And I say, I'm going to hit another double. Watch me. And I pointed to the place I wanted to hit that double. And the next at-bat, I hit a second double. 2 for 2 with doubles. And I said to myself, it was because I wasn't wearing batting gloves. So now, to this day, I do not wear batting gloves anymore. And I actually hate wearing batting gloves. I only wear them when I have like a super, super insane training week where I'm like swinging the bat 500 times so that I don't get blisters. But in a game, I haven't worn batting gloves since that, and I probably never will again because batting gloves are overrated. So yeah, I don't wear batting gloves now. And that is the story of why I don't wear batting gloves. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know. What do you guys think of that? We are cooking on the pool table tonight. I low-key might just shoot until I can get like 10 balls in a row. What if we just like don't play stripes versus solids and I just try to get as many in a row as I can? Nope. Okay, how many can I get in a row? Oh, that's in. Okay, we got one in a row. I'm debating if I can make this shot. We almost got the A ball in, which we don't want. Let's try to get... No! Chat, is this real? There's one. We got one in a row. How many can I get in a row? I low-key don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Nah. So there's a time when I was doing fencing, like the sword fighting sport, you know? You're like, wah, 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 wah. And you're like fencing people. But low-key, I'm gonna end the stream.